And we should be going live. Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's Chris Gargiulo, broker, associate for Willow Beach Real Estate. And today we're going to discuss whether it is a good time to either buy or list a property. And before I start, I want to thank again Lisa McNeil, mortgage loan officer of Old Point Mortgage. She was one of my guests last Saturday on my live stream, and went very well. We covered points that I think are most valuable right now, dealing with today's economy and dealing with COVID-19 and how we're making different ways to go around that, to deal with it, whether it's on the real estate agent's side or on the mortgage loan officer, or as well with title companies, how we're dealing with it. And the real estate industry has done a lot of good things to alleviate people's fears about, for instance, if sellers are concerned about people entering their home while it's on the market, we've been doing virtual tours, and we're lowering the amount of people going into a house, the ones who are truly interested in going in. And this is one way we're working with having the least amount of contact, all meetings, if the buyer or seller wish, are online. Closings are online, doing paperwork for your title companies. Any questions, that's all being done online. So there has been many adaptations on dealing or helping along the world of real estate and dealing with its transactions. There are also, again, many good programs out there for home buyers, especially in Virginia. We have the VHDA, and it's for first-time home buyers, where they get 100% financing. So if they're having trouble coming up with that down payment, they could actually finance it. So this is and by the way, you don't have to be a first-time buyer in the sense that you've never bought a home. If you had a home and it's been sold and it's been 3 years later, you are then considered a new home buyer. So don't think this program is only for people just buying the house for the very, very first time. Okay. What I wanted to do as well, I have a video to show you just to put quickly into view why it is a good time to either buy or sell a property, and then I'll just go further into detail. And let me make sure my chat is up. Okay. All right, let's see. It just give me 1 second. I thought that should be there. All right. Okay. I'm still working out the many things I could do with this program. You'll learn as you keep on doing these live streaming, all the things that you could do. But I'm going to just show this little video right now. And let's see. I'm going to make this. Wait a minute, I want to restart that because trying to make it go full screen. So hold on for a second. Oh, I know how to do it. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. All right. So it's only, I don't know, less than 2 minutes, that video. But it goes over the points that I've been trying to discuss the last few weeks during my live stream videos, is that during this process, a lot of people think with what's going on, many people assume that the economy is bad. Now, we have problems and we have a large unemployment, which is true. Okay, and there's a lot of things we have to deal with dealing with this COVID-19. But many people still confuse this time with 2007, 2008, where we had the burst of the real estate bubble and the whole housing industry went haywire. Okay, but we don't have the same factors involved. What happened back then? Houses were definitely overpriced. Mortgage companies were giving loans to people who perhaps shouldn't have received them. Okay, the biggest problem was these adjustable rate mortgages, where at 2%, you were eligible to purchase this property, but as the interest rate cropped up, which is what an adjustable rate mortgage does, when you reach, let's say, 8%, 7%, 8%, the buyer could no longer afford that monthly payment. So we have foreclosures. So there was a lot of other indicators, a lot of other factors involved with what happened in 2007. We don't have that right now, okay? We have a mortgage industry that is being very careful with lending money. There's really not that many. I heard somewhere, maybe about a year ago, that adjustable rates mortgages are coming back. But what they're doing now, let's say the mortgage rate starts at 2%, but it could go up to, let's say, 8%. All right. They're qualifying you now at that 8% payment, not the 2%. All right. They did not do that back in 2007. So if you can't afford that house at an 8, when the mortgage reaches 8%, then you're not getting the house. So the mortgage industry, the lending industry, is being more careful with its qualifying buyers for that type of mortgage. So we have that. And the home prices have come down from 2007, 2008, which, by the way, I have people who, saw that rise in 2007, 2008, and they're still kind of holding off to see when their house, when we do a comparative market analysis or a CMA, if it would reach that again. But that was completely overblown. So whatever house, whatever amount you saw or figured out in 2007, 2008 for your house, and you're waiting for it to go back up to there, it's not going to do that. Not right now. Even though home prices are going up, but that was extraordinary. That was too much. I have someone who bought a house in 2007, and each year, we've been trying to see about putting on the market to sell, and we cannot still recover that price. He would be selling it at a loss. He bought it at the height of that market when the price was really high before the crash, and we cannot still, when we do our CMAs, find that we could list that house again at that 2007 price. It's not happening, or prior to 2007. So the market is going up, but don't try to compare it to 2006 or right before the burst of the bubble. Okay. So we don't have that factor right now. So the economy, if you look at the stock market, and if you look at the housing market, it's still very powerful. All right. So buyers are out there, and the buyers who are out there are the very serious ones. It's because not everybody could be pre-qualified right now. The ones that are out there who are looking, they are qualified and they're motivated to move now. Again, as I've been saying throughout my previous live streams, is that we are in desperate need of listings. So if you put your house on the market now, and the key word here, okay, is it has to be correctly priced. You have to keep that in mind. I mean, it has to be the right price. You can't say, "Oh, yeah, there's not that many listings out there, so I'll put the highest number on it." It still doesn't work that way. We're a market-driven community economy. All right, so your house will sell per the market. So yes, you want to get the highest price, but you still have to be within that price range. The buyers now are very, very smart, especially with today's technology. They go on Zillow, they see these estimates. By the way, these estimates are not always so correct, okay? But they could figure out on their own, with all the research that are out there, what's a good price and what's too high. So if you're, putting the house on the market and it's really out of that bull range or park range, I'm at a loss of words right now. It's not going to sell. Okay. So it has to be priced correctly, but if it's priced correctly, it's very possible in that first week. And we've gotten offers on properties like the first day. So, but I want to be more realistic. I want to be more conservative. Within that first week, you may get a very good offer on a house, and you may get multiple offers. So, do not fear putting let's put it this way. This is live video here, okay? Do not hold back from putting your house on the market because you think no one is out there buying. The real estate industry is bad. That's not true. And I'm going to show you, I think I have set up both like our local statistics, and I'm going to show you like a nationwide one. So the information is out there, and it's strong. So for that reason, for not putting your house on the market is not, it's not feasible. If you're concerned about people walking through your house because of COVID-19, well, that's a completely different matter. And there's ways we could deal with that. So putting that in mind, let me open up this window here. Okay. I'm going to share screen, and now this report, this is from Inmon, and this is a website. I'm just gonna this is Inmon is a real estate website geared more so to help the real estate agent, but it also has and when I say help the real estate agent with tools, about what's new in technology, but then it has very good reports on the real estate industry. So if you're seeing this, which I hope you are, if I look back to my live stream, let's see, let me make sure. I'm hoping you see this. Just want to check on my Facebook page that you're seeing the graphic. Just give me uno momento. Okay, I'm messing that up. So okay, let's see. All right, I might have to share it again. Hold on for a second. Okay. No, it says I'm still sharing the screen, but let's see. Let me just set this up again here. All right. Again, so this is from Inman. You see the headline here: homes continue to sell fast amid incredibly low inventory. And just to read this, the number of homes that went under contract the week ending July 18, 2020 surpassed those of the previous week, with pending sales increasing 10.9% week over week, according to Zillow's weekly market report. The number of homes that went under contract the week ending July 18th surpassed those. Okay, I read that part already. Homes sold during the week ending July 18th typically went under contract after 15 days, the same length of time the week before, and 8 days faster than 1 year earlier. Properties are leaving the market quickly, but new listings remain scarce. All right, and this is reporting on the nationwide level, but we're having that problem here too. New for sale listings declined 0.2% from the week prior, making new listings down 14.6% year over year. Total inventory is also down 0.9% on a weekly basis and 3.3% on a monthly basis. As a result, there are 25.5% fewer homes on the market now than the same time last year. So this again is on the national level. What I want to do now is bring in stats from our regional RAIN or multiple listing service. So let me move over to that. Okay, and okay. And this is from RAIN, which is our real estate information network, also known as our multiple listing network. And this is the Hampton Roads market summary. So for June of 2020, and it shows residential year-over-year activity 2020 going back to 2019. So this is the biggest problem here, okay? Active listings, it's down declined by 37.20%. That's a lot, okay? But when you look at everything else, pending sales are up 31.24%. Settled sales are up, okay? That's 3.51%. And here it's showing here, this is locally here. New construction settled sales are going up. I see a lot of new construction in Newport News and Hampton, which is good because we need more inventory. But people now are turning. And again, you have to go region by region. And here we're discussing Hampton Roads. But here, there's a growth factor in new construction sales, all right? So with the limited amount of homes on the market now that are resales, new construction settled sales are up in the area. So that's good. So again, and if you are considering, and in the past you've been considering putting your house on the market, we truly need your listing. So I do hope you contact me with my information on my social media pages and give me a call, text, email, smoke signals, homing pigeons. That'll be great if you could send me that out and we could discuss listing your home. So going back to, going back to my screen here, and I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I should be back. All right. So is it a great time to sell your house? Yes, yes, yes. I got to learn how to put some, graphics here showing thumbs up that, yeah, it's a great time to list your house. On the buying side, is it a great time to buy? Well, yes, because the interest rates are extremely low. They're hovering around 3%. Some days they're below 3%. Now they're about 3% again. So getting that house that you want, a few months ago, that house would actually cost you less right now in monthly mortgage payments. Now, the other side of that, the flip coin to it, and I got to be realistic, on this. You're going to have a fewer amount of homes to look at right now, okay? So you're not going to have the big inventory out there to see. I've taken people, they've seen 20 homes, and it's taken maybe about a year or two to find them the home, okay? And then I had people, they had one house in mind, and that was it, okay? And they sold the house, let's put a contract on it, and then that's exactly what we did. But if you're the type of person who wants to see, I'm a serious buyer, okay, but I want to see 5 to 10 houses. You may not have that option right now. So yes, interest rates are very, very low, but there are fewer homes to look at. It may be a problem for some buyers. It may not. Okay, maybe some buyers really don't want to have that many to look at. They say, I want something. I don't want to spend 2 or 3 weeks looking at 10, 20, 30 homes. Okay, it's based upon the individual's own likes and dislikes. But as for interest rates, it is a good time. Remember, if you're a first-time home buyer, there are programs out there to finance that down payment. And there are some, as I was discussing with Lisa McNeil on last week's live broadcast, there's also grants out there. Newport News has a grant. I don't want to go into further detail about that because there's always some sort of stipulation. Most times stipulation is income. But sometimes the income limit are really very liberal. It's not like you're only making $15,000 a year. I mean, you go up to making $30,000 a year, and some even higher than that. And then it depends on how many people will be living in a home. So if you have more occupants in the house, that will increase your the amount of money that you could make. So it's not, one person buying a house may only be able to make $33,000 a year, but if they have 2 or 3 other people there, they could maybe make 45,000 and so forth. But I would let Lisa give you the direct parameters on that. So there are many different programs out there. There's a program. There was a program. I have to see if it's still available. If you are a city worker, if you're a teacher, if you are a law enforcement person, a police officer, if you work in the medical field, there are other grants out there as well. And these could be used for both your down payment, and if there's money left over, you could apply that to your closing cost. And the one I worked with in the past, you didn't have to pay it back as long as you lived in the house the minimum of 5 years. If you bought the house and in 3 years you sell it, and they prorate it, so you might have to give back whatever they gave you. They gave you $5,000. You divide it by 5, and each year, you might have to get. Well, that's not that hard, right? 5,000 divided by 5 is 1,000. So you might have to give back 2,000 if you sold it after 3 years. So there are good programs out there. Interest rates are very, very low, and we're working. I know I'm working. I'm pushing to get more listings. I think eventually, maybe as we go into the fall season, usually summer it starts off strong with people buying, and then just kind of like that dog day afternoon summer, and it kind of like mellows out there. And then, believe it or not, then in September it starts picking up again. All right, and even with the holidays, the real estate industry, I've been in the real estate industry for God knows, 26 plus years now, starting off in Brooklyn, New York. Yay, Brooklyn. And some people say quiets down during the holiday season. Sometimes during the holiday season, it's been my busiest times, because the people who are looking for a house back in Brooklyn, I was doing rentals, but they're the ones who are really, really serious. Okay, it's like when you buy a car. If you buy a car during the holiday season, you probably get like one of the best prices because sales are low. But and most car sales people work a commission. You'll get a better deal. So if you're out there, if you're working, if you're, during the holiday season, listening to Bing Crosby, who I love, and drinking eggnog, which I love, and if you want to work, you could be very, very busy. So, but overall, like I said, now it's a little, it's really super hot out. It's kind of a lull right now. And when I say low, I when people really go full swing again, it's usually kind of like in the fall, even though it is busy right now. But sometimes the super hot weather might make people a little bit lazy. But I'm trying to get as much listings as I can, because I want the fall season, which a lot of reports will show. We're going back into, and I'm talking about the overall economy. We're going to go like super, super strong, and we'll see. It all depends, whether or not there's still a lot of industries that are hurting. Let's face it. You have the travel industry, you have the hospitality industry. For the economy to be, where you have, let's say, people going back to work, these are industries that we have to get back on its feet. Okay. You go traveling on an airplane right now, you're the only person on the plane. You have a lot of resort centers that are hurting. Disney opened up, but I think, they're going to have issues as well. I know Busch Gardens is still closed. So you have these tourist, hospitality industries, travel industries, airplanes, trains. Amtrak is like low right now with people riding it. So until we work more on lowering the curve and getting less people affected by COVID-19, we're still going to have some issues. Okay. So in the long run, the longer this takes down the road, more we have to see as for the overall economy. Okay. Don't forget when people go to these different events. Like I was even thinking, because I enjoy classical music, and all these centers, the Sandler Center, the American Theater in downtown Hampton, Chrysler Hall. I said the Ferguson Center, Newport News. They're not doing anything right now. And then there's always, it's like a dominoes effect. So they're out, vendors are out, restaurants that people will go to after shows and concerts. So we got to get that rolling again. But the real estate industry, upon all the reports and the reports I've shown you, and during the week via via social media and my blog site, I'll be completely showing articles on how the real estate industry is and going strong. Okay, so I'm about my 30-minute time lot, and I usually want to keep it at that point. So you guys know, he's back on the air now. He's going to talk for 2 hours. I like to keep it about 30 minutes. If I have a guest, we might go a little bit longer. I'm going to see about getting a closing company to go online with me for our live streaming on Saturday mornings from 10 to 10:30. If you have any questions, please contact me. If you're ready to list your home, please contact me. If you want to buy a home, please contact me with the information below. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you next week. Be well and be safe.